Okay, hey y'all. So, it's definitely been some time. It's been a few months, been thinking and doing bigger things, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that this is, but it's been a long time, you know what I'm saying? But as I learned and, I'm still learning about myself. I definitely feel like I'm not like a vlogger type of YouTube. I feel like I'm definitely the type of person to just come on here when I got something to say, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So you see this blue book? For me, this is a grimoire to me, personally. This is my personal grimoire that would be passed down. So, so I want to talk about the Akasha, the remembrance of whom you are, and the more I'm very present and I'm looking outside, I always realize how time is linear. And of course, in my last video I explained how it's not real. Oh, everybody, I want y'all to meet Kaizen. She's at home, but I definitely feel like explaining about the Akashic records and how to tap into that, how to gain keys to access memory downloads of who you are. So the first thing that I did is put my intentions out there. For me, I personally like to talk to the sun. It's something about talking to the sun or simply just sitting with yourself and putting it out there. Now, it's one thing to also write something down and let it be known, let it be heard, And the more you think about it and the more you put more intention into it in that moment, you are putting new beginnings out. But don't never think about time. Don't sit and think about time and think about the what ifs. What about, this doesn't happen, this, you know what I'm saying? Don't think about that, because you don't want to bring in such negative thoughts as you're trying to bring something in. But do remember, you have to play your role. You have to do what you need to do. Not also that. Clean the fuck up. Clean up, clean up, clean up, clean up, clean up, clean up, clean up. Make space for the new. And it's more about just cleaning up your room, cleaning up your home. It's about cleaning up the eternal. Anyways, the Akasha. I put it out there. Let me just say I'm going to put it in simple terms. What I said was, hey, I want to get to know myself through my bloodline. And through that, I understand who I am. I understand my power. One of my powers is being able to pick up and receive. I hear, I see. And I trust myself to know what I'm seeing is what I need to see. I'm using my discernment. I'm using my intellect. Intellecting on all types of things. I swear, I stopped thinking about it. I said, what I receive is what I'll see. What I'm dreaming is what I will see. And what I started doing was I started writing it down. I started doing more than writing it down. I created all types of things. Downloads. And for me, downloads are not sentences. Downloads are like things I know I can remember, like important words, what I'm hearing. We're going to get into that very soon, though. These downloads of mine. We're gonna get into it, okay? I feel like this little gnat wants to go. Now, when those California fires was going on, look what I was doing. I dreamt of my house being on fire and also my upstairs. While I was cooking, I looked up and I could see it. A week later, guess what's going on in California? If y'all ain't got a compass now, baby, get you a compass, because you going to need it. And it's going to play more than just a physical role, if you know what I mean. Now, this right here is a download as well. And I noticed the weather patterns going in each side of the states. But one thing y'all just don't know, baby, is the worlds that we live above and the lands that are built underneath us. I feel like me talking about the Akasha has everything to do with what I'm about to say. Do you understand? Because this is a part of my remembrance. And as a part of my remembrance, I have learned about myself that I am a very ancient soul. And I've been here twice before. I wasn't here for a long time. I was here somewhere in the late 80s, coming up in the early 90s. Passed. Came back in 2004. And now I'm remembering because I'm slick reverting back to my little self. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also still me. I'm still who I am today. And that's just the current me. But I learned to intertwine all versions of me, knowing that I'm tethered to all versions of who I was in the past. And one thing about it, the present is really the future in my eyes. So constantly thinking about what's going to happen next is kind of just like, why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you doing that? Well, damn. But okay, anyways. So I want to actually talk about the downloads that I've been getting that's connected to my Akasha. Ancient beings. But ancient beings that have a lot to do with the underworld, the resurrection of Osiris. It goes back to these tombs. It goes back to these entryways that have no endpoint, because whatever that's built inside that tomb is not supposed to get out. Energy of death has been around, and there's been a lot of things going on, a lot of people. So when I get these downloads about things being released, these tombs being open, and these beings that were built and had been kept underground for a reason. And what they do? Build it up. Dig it up too. They know what's on them walls. They know exactly what it say. They know exactly what they doing, y'all. And I just want to say two things for sure. Things are shifting. We already knew that. People are remembering. We already knew that. It's a conscious thing. It's something that was already planned. And my neighbor, yesterday we were talking. He said, I told him, I said, these folks got a backup plan. But he said, we are the backup plan. But we got to know we the backup plan. You know what I'm saying? We have to know we are our own backup plan. Just in case some shit go down. And we already know it's going down. Because it's as above, so below. Literally. And it's crazy because that also goes back to these Templar Knights. These Freemasons. And the Brotherhood. Y'all. It's about to seem like I'm going all around the world, but I promise you, I'm not. You just gotta keep up with me. Okay, I'm shaking right now. Like, I'm starting to feel myself because I know, like, all this stuff is connecting. Like, as I'm speaking, as I'm talking about just what happened yesterday, the conversation, everything is literally aligning. All these, I didn't even know people were passing like this in the last 3 days. I didn't even know that. All I know is my downloads, my dreams, and I've been doing some serious work in astrals when I'm asleep. We are in ancient times. It ain't about what you think you know. It's about how to prepare yourself. And not for if something go down, But if we being real, Earth is really a battleground right now. If you can see that, yes. Even if you don't want to see it, you're going to see it and you're going to notice it. Because worlds, realities are clashing. They're clashing bad. But you can either see the good about it or you see it bad. But just know we are in mother energy times. We are in some times that we ain't been in so long. And I sound like but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm simply just saying how it's coming out, how I feel. The Templar motherfucking... Let's talk about these motherfuckers. Oh, my mama, let's talk about these Templar Knights. If you know about Assassin's Creed, you already know exactly what I'm talking about. The apple of Eden. The genetic code of all free will, correct? And these motherfuckers love some ancient runes. Because what's in ancient runes? If you know, you know. This symbol goes back to the Anunnaki. They adopted this symbol, but that symbol also played a huge role in Atlantis. Now, I ain't gonna hold y'all. If you look here, I did a constellation. Whoever knows what this is, this right here, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna talk about the other downloads that I also been getting that I wrote down. Like I told you, I was gonna get back to. Brotherhood, Alexander, Egypt. Olmec dragon, wolves, underwater, mermans, telekinesis, a Nazi, Mamiwata, lion, Sekhmet, dogs, brown and black. New ancient times, of course. The old and the new. The old and the new are clashing. I don't know about y'all, but I've been hearing bells outside. I heard bells here at ASU. I heard bells back at home in Atlanta. I'm just thinking to myself, when you hear bells outside, do you know what that means? When you hear bells outside, do you know what that means? Crocodile god, fire and water, white buffalo, eyes, 8 faces, timeline shift, Osiris, resurrection 5, vampires in New Orleans. But they not just in New Orleans, baby. And that's exactly what you get. Because why did you just interrupt my video like that? But that was Kaiser, y'all. She, yeah. The north, the east, southbound. Yada, 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 yada. Now this, I don't know if y'all heard about Gilgamesh, but Gilgamesh is popping up. I don't even know who that is. But Gilgamesh, that motherfucker, he's been popping up. I'm telling you, this man Gilgamesh got something to do. I don't know about y'all, but I've been digging into Mesopotamian, Assyrian, Ethiopian, and Sumerian gods, deities, because that's just what's been popping up for me. And it's something about these dream clay tablets that's playing a huge role as well. Pair of twins. It's something about twins too. But I'm not finna sit here and read all my readings, like, not my readings, but all my things that have came to me, because that's not what I really came here to do. All I'm saying is, remember who you are. Don't take it as you trying to, how can I explain this? Let me just put it in this way. When you're going through a transition, your body knows, but sometimes your mind doesn't know. And I feel like that has something to do with your soul, your body, and your mind being in different places, not allowing you to be grounded within yourself. Meaning you're scattered. You know what I'm saying? So come back to yourself. And sitting with yourself, meditation, yoga, simply, I feel like meditation is simply when somebody is very present and within themselves, just only within themselves. They don't even have to be sitting still. I've seen a few in straight meditation, not even paying attention to a soul, and they actually doing something. Anyways, I noticed that every day we wake up and we do what we do. Essentially, that is the plan. And because we tell ourselves this is what we want to do, your body and your mind will like start shifting and like, oh, this is what she wants, so let's give that to her. Oh, that's what he wants, let's give that to him. So know that you always are in the right place. Everything is in its right place. Literally, everything is in its right place. So who are you to think that you are not in the right place? And I feel like I also noticed this shit with social media too. Social media plays this huge cosmic role where it devours the mind, and it creates like little bugs inside your head that tell you, oh, you're not doing enough. Oh, you need to do better. Whole time you doing exactly what you need to do. Shawty, what the hell you talking about? You're doing exactly what you need to do. I feel like you just have to know and trust in yourself. And trusting in yourself means you have to really know yourself. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to sit here and be caught up on trying to chase on who you want to be. Be who you are right now. Just know and be aware of what you're doing and how you thinking and how you moving, and switch that up. You ain't gotta do too much to switch something up. You ain't gotta do too much to change. All it take is the eternal to change. And I'm telling you, babes, like, your reflection is going to come back to you. You're going to see your life reflect what's going on inside here. Don't ever think that life is against you. That's not what the fuck we here for. We supposed to be here to experience. When you overthink every little thing, you make something so simple, so big, it creates too many realities, because the mind is too powerful and the tongue is too goddamn powerful. In these times right now, the shit you say might just happen tomorrow. If you really know. If you really just know. It's all about really understanding your power too. Not even just understanding, but really knowing and understanding, like, this is what this is, and you know what's going on. You're not trying to reject it, and you come to terms with it, and you make amends, and you know what I'm saying? That's a dangerous combo. Because now can't nobody fuck with you. But it ain't to think like somebody literally trying to fuck with you, but you should already know that can't nobody fuck up your mojo. Can't nobody come at you, can't nobody make you feel crazy about nothing you do, because you should be grounded within yourself to know you shouldn't give a fuck with none of you folks. So. Half of the folks that be talking much, man, half of the folks that be on that weird, negative, just talking, just don't even pay no mind to it. I mean, let me tell you, because the shit that they do, that's what they do to themselves. When you learn nothing ain't got nothing to do with you, you gonna learn to stop taking things personal. You gonna learn real quick. It ain't even about having a mature mindset. It's just about knowing basic things. And some people wouldn't just talk basic things. Some people just wasn't taught. So if you know and you know they don't know, man, put them on and try to teach them. Because I feel like I just look, be grounded within yourself so you can know that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you ain't got no cloud of judgment. Make sure you taking care of yourself. And it's basic things that have been made so big where you think it gotta take so much, but it don't take all that. Like, all it takes is simply wanting to know who you really are and just letting it flow. Like, I'm telling you, just let that shit flow out. And my ladies, baby, do you understand what the fuck is about to happen to you? Now, man, I don't know. I can't speak for y'all. But as far as women, baby, when I tell you that you should not even be afraid, because there's so many upgrades that's about to happen. There's so many things that are activating in your blood. And the blood is so sacred. It's so sacred. It's so sacred. It reminds me of how every single time I try to donate my blood for a little, you know what I'm saying? On my mama, nothing worked. Every single time I tried to go, nothing worked. And that tells me my blood is too sacred for somebody to have. My plasma, what? Baby, I should be getting more than 100 for some plasma. What the fuck is you saying? I need a band. I need something. But Mother Tiamat, mother of all, the ocean. We just gonna say the ocean. The water. Go to the water and express. Be who you are. Oh my mom. Oh shit. But just, man, trust in thyself. And I ain't no script. Shit, this was not planned. I was really just on my yoga mat. Get the fuck up. And just like, you know what? Let's talk to the people. You know? But at the same time, I wanted to share with y'all, but I just feel like I can't. I had to close it. Because I just didn't feel like it needed to be open anymore. It's magic everywhere. And if it's magic everywhere, you got your own magic. And it's just seeping through your palms. Seeping through. Y'all, it's Friday. It's fucking Friday. I'm finna be in my room. I might go see Sinners. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I done worked all week, even though I ain't do it. That's why I did a lot. I'm about to go sit with myself. I feel like I just gave y'all 22 minutes of my energy, my time. And I ain't even gonna hold on. I'm feeling a little drained. So I need to restore myself and fill up my cup. Literally, I'm gonna show y'all some. Hey, baby. Fill up my cup. So I love y'all. It was really nice talking to y'all. When it comes to YouTube, I don't really plan things. I'm not here to do that. I don't really see YouTube like that. But I would try to be a little consistent if people like videos and what I'm talking about. I feel like me personally, because when I don't script or when I don't plan to say and talk about things, my mind will just flow. You know, and I start talking. That's why I say you just gotta catch up with me. That's all. But I hope, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's evening.